Hi guys, so I was recently sent some fluorescent acrylics from bornprettystore.com. This is just the package that they came in. Now when they say fluorescent acrylics, what they really mean is glow in the dark. Some of them are what we would consider fluorescent, which we in America call more like neon, that kind of thing. But really what they are is colors that glow after being exposed to some kind of UV light, whether that's from your nail lamp or whether it's from just being outside in the sun. But I wanted to do a quick review. What I've done here is I've put them all out and I've actually put them onto a nail tip, and sorry, that one got a little bit of the pink in it. But I wanted to give each of you a good look at what they look like in the package as well as what they looked like out of the package, because a lot of times the white base to a lot of acrylics can really sort of be deceiving as far as what color they end up turning in the end. And most of them glow roughly the color that they are. Like this one glows green. The yellow actually glows green as well. These both glow orange, although this one's a much more pinkish orange. One of the whites glows kind of a green. The other one glows a pale aqua kind of turquoise color. This one glows very, very turquoise. It's very bright. This purple glows blue. And then both of these glow pink, if I remember correctly. And what I wanted to do is just put a quarter in here, sort of to show you, and I'm sorry, that's my kids in the background, so hopefully they won't be too loud, but I wanted to put this quarter in here to sort of show you the scale of the size of these jars. So that's how wide they are, and then to kind of put it on the side, that's how tall they are. So you don't get a whole lot of product. I believe it's around $10 roughly, and the set comes with all 10 colors of acrylic. So it's kind of a pretty good deal for your money. It gives you a chance to really try them out and see what you think of them. Now I do have to say a couple of things. First and foremost is that they settle quite a bit when they're shipping, and so what ends up happening is that they become very, very packed down, and they're really hard to work with, so you really have to kind of fluff them up. As you see, when I first got this, I tried to take, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 balls of acrylic out of here, and none of them actually came out. They all sort of stayed behind, and I did find that once I actually mixed up the acrylic quite a bit, I just sort of smashed it up with the back of my brush or something like that. Once I did that, they become much, much easier to work with. The other thing is that you have to work them really wet because they are extremely crumbly if you don't. The pigment in them, I think, that makes them glow really makes them kind of difficult to work with. So these might not necessarily be good for, say, an all-over nail color. In fact, for a lot of them, I wouldn't use them for an all-over nail color. Let me just see if I can get this camera to zoom in. Let me get right in the frame. Sorry, I'm using a little bit of a different setup for my filming, so there we go. Okay, so this is the pink, and if you can see, you see how it's gone really blotchy, kind of in through the middle and that kind of thing? This is the problem. The problem is that the glow-in-the-dark pigment, sorry, I got a little bit on my nail there. The glow-in-the-dark pigment is one shade, and the actual acrylic is another shade, and so they can kind of not blend well. So you have to work with them really wet, and I would definitely say this is not something that lends itself to a 2-ball or 3-ball method. You really need to find a way to put down all of the acrylic in one. Now, here's the other thing. Let me just get back in here and get focused again. Give me just a second. This is the joys of trying to use a much more high-def camera, is that I'm using my actual very expensive Canon, and so it's a little bit difficult to work with for filming. But the other thing that I wanted to show you is that they're very flaky. I don't know if you can tell, but do you see that it just all came off all over my nail? Now, I'm not sure yet, and I'm going to contact the company. I'm assuming that that may be because these are actually supposed to be mixed with some clear acrylic. I'm a little bit concerned about this because the actual nail, if you look at it, if you kind of brush at it, it sort of comes off. So I'm assuming that I need to mix these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to mix them and sort of let you guys know what happens. I'm also going to contact the company and see if this is typical. Because mine all sort of came like this, I'm wondering if maybe the mix was off or something like that. Now, that all being said, they are beautiful, beautiful colors. Let me just zoom back out here and focus back in on the proper things. So the colors are beautiful. The idea behind it is actually a lot of fun, you know, being able to have these sort of glow-in-the-dark acrylics that you can do all kinds of stuff with. But I have to say, because of the issues with the consistency and the coloration, I would definitely say that these were much better suited to artwork, by which I mean maybe not things like 3D art, but things like if you're going to do a cheetah print, for instance, done in acrylic and then encapsulated in clear, that kind of thing. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to try playing with them with some clear acrylic, see what I can find out. In the meantime, they're just kind of a fun thing to play with. It might make a really fun set of nails. You know, and keep in mind, and I'll do a video on this at some point, you can also mix acrylic powders with gel. So it's entirely possible that even if these were not as useful because of that glow-in-the-dark pigment in an acrylic-based system, it might be quite easy to mix them in with gel and get some of the same sort of effects. So I will update you guys soon. In the meantime, I just wanted to do a quick review video on this. And by the way, let me know what you think of the new setup and the new lighting. It is about 7:30 at night here, and I'm filming mostly with indoor light because unfortunately the light from the windows is really fading because it's raining outside. But let me know what you think of the new setup, and in the meantime, you know, I want to say a quick thank you to bornprettystore.com because they did send these to me for review. And if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them down below. And as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.